You know what, I thought for whatever reason tonight we didn't play a smart hockey game, especially early on. We were doing things that we don't normally do, and there were some things that were in our game that I don't know how they crept into to our game tonight. So we'll have to straighten some of those out. But obviously we got behind early, and we're playing catch up the rest of the game. But I thought that we had some guys that didn't bring it tonight, and against a team like Manitoba, you have to give them credit. They're a bit depleted, and but they came here tonight and they worked and they wanted it more than us.
With all what happened in the first period, do you think did they not beat you, but did they agitate and get better ideas with that?
No, like we went through that before, and but our guys have to be smarter in certain situations. There's certain matchups with guys that went in the box that I didn't like. So you have to give them credit. We have to be smarter in those situations. But I don't think that had any effect on where we played, because it started before that. Just our focus wasn't quite there for whatever reason. I have no idea.
Will it be a difficult decision on what you do in net tomorrow, Nelly?
It's always difficult. I haven't decided yet. We'll see tomorrow how everybody is and go from there.
With Roenick, mixing it up on a couple different occasions, is that a scenario where you like to see him bring that physicality, or that he needs to be maybe smarter about making that trade?
Yeah, well, in those situations, it's fine. I like the emotion, but I don't like the trade-off. I'd rather see him on the ice.
What prompted that? Because he didn't. That hasn't been his game all year.
He's a player that tends to agitate. If you haven't seen it all year, that means he's really good at it, because not too many people see it.
Do you think he did a good job of it, or was he getting taken to on the other side?
Well, I think that he has to be, pick his spots a bit better. Obviously, we're trying to play catch up. He's one of our more offensive guys. We need him on the ice, and you got to give them credit. It's playoff hockey. You have to play the game within the game. And but
what do you think from Dennis Cholowski tonight?
I thought he was fine. I thought for his first playoff game here in the American League, I thought he was fine. I think maybe there was a few jitters here and there, but other than that, he made some plays out there. When you have 7 defensemen, sometimes it's hard for him to get into a rhythm. But with what happened after we scored our first goal, then we had dropped down to 5, and so he got some ice there. But I think it's just a situation where he was kind of thrown into the fire. We wanted to see what he was able to do, but I thought he was fine.
You guys are missing a couple of key centers, and it was a point in the game where you guys were having a lot of trouble with the face-off. Is that how do you overcome that? How are you guys going to tackle that? Tomorrow you got to win 2 games in a row now.
Well, we talked about it after the second period. We were 5 and 16. That's unacceptable. We're chasing the game. The same thing happened in game 1. And so it's not only the centermen, it's the wingers and defensemen helping out, because sometimes those draws are 50-50 and we have to win those battles. I thought you got to give them credit. I thought they won more battles than us, and even though we put up a lot of shots, they did a pretty good job of keeping us to the outside. And you have to give their goalie credit. He played a really good game.
You put up 48 shots. That has to be good on that side.
Pardon me?
You put up 48 shots.
Yeah.
So that part has to be good.
Yeah, but also I think we have to shoot with more of a purpose. A lot of the shots that we took from the outside, he either gloved or he corralled it where we hit him in the crest. So we can be better with our shot selection, and maybe throw it somewhere where we create a rebound so we can keep the play alive. But he did a great job. I think he was a big part of the win tonight. He's a big part of the game 1's win too.
Forwards going tonight, and a little bit of a lack of depth. Are you worried at all about energy with the carryover to tomorrow, or is it just
no
play?
They pretty much played 3 lines too, so their go-to guys were out there quite a bit. I think that's a trade-off. I think There's plenty of time to rest after tomorrow night's game. Well, if we don't win, there's a lot of time. But if we get the win, we have lots of time until Game 5. So it's not a time to really look ahead and think, okay, well, I can, maybe take the night off. Like tomorrow's, whatever cliche you want to use, do or die. Whatever, you have to do whatever it takes to get the win to force Game 5.
You'll have Campbell back. But
Yeah.
you're still looking at a 7 day tomorrow.
Possibly, and I might make some adjustments. Billy Soriarby's might go in. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see. I have to talk to John. I'm going to see if anybody else is banged up to see how healthy we are, and we'll make that determination tomorrow at the meeting.